I'm about to stream the series opener for the Blackout Republic Racing League's Xfinity series at Daytona. I'm going to be flying solo here, so I'm going to commentate some. I'm waiting on an invite to be able to join the lobby and get going, and kind of excited.
Hey, it was doing that weird thing.
And see how this plays out. The field has some guys that were in Xfinity last year, some guys that have moved up from the Truck Series, and also there's a couple of guys that race in the Cup Series, which the Daytona 500 is tomorrow, which I'll be in that. There's a couple guys from Cup also racing. This year in the league we're doing a team setup. So the Cup guys are racing certain numbers of cars, and there's a team of Cup guys assigned to each car. And so we'll be trading in and out with that one car all season. The 8 car is the one team that I'm on. Draven's going to be driving that. So just waiting to make sure I don't join too soon. Let's see, we'll get today's lineup for you. Xfinity Series opening race at Daytona. The lineup in the 00, we'll have K-Bart 20. In the number 1 is Steve-O 804. Number 2, car number 2 is Son of the South 62. Car number 5 is Freedom Flyer 863. Car number 7 is MT Lloyd 56. Like I said earlier, car number 8 is Draven 64. Car number 9 is Static 330 CI. He was in Cup last year. Car number 11, Jade Carver 757. Car number 13 is Rooster Gang 12. Car number 18 is Red Pepsi 18. Car number 19 is Marksman Jr. 7123. Car number 20 is Kronk's Fight Milk. Car 21 is Dalton P64. Car 22 is TB14 Racing. Car number 61 is Fraser 16. He ran in the duels with us earlier in the week. I know last year he was full-time trucks. Actually don't know which one he's doing full-time this year. But he's kind of a veteran of the league. And car number 89 is Shine Runner 28. I believe that is 16 cars. And I'll be interested to see what a full-length race in this game is going to be. A couple of things to look to see if develop is going to be one, there's going to be some tire wear. We'll see if that plays any kind of factor at Daytona. Normally it doesn't, but we'll see. It will allow for more strategies on pit stops, whether guys take 2 tires and jostle the field around that way. One big thing I'm looking to watch out for is whether or not the high line can get going. A couple of lobbies I've been in, racing plate tracks, I've seen the high line work from time to time. I think there has to be a certain couple of factors involved to get it to work. Number of cars on the inside line versus the outside line, momentum of the cars that pull to the outside line, whether or not you have help when you pull to the outside. I know personally when we were doing the duels, just to see if I could get it working, I pulled to the outside a whole lot to see if anybody would go with me. I got hung out to dry, just like NASCAR Heat 3. However, there were some power moves in the clash. I was in the lead running the inside line, and a train of cars made a move on the high side, where they had the inside line outnumbered. So we'll see how that develops in today's race. I don't know in this game if fuel is going to play a strategy part in it. We'll just kind of see how that goes. I wish in the broadcast view I'd be able to check people's fuel and laps and all of that, but unfortunately they didn't do anything there. I think we're good to go. I'm going to double check just to make sure. Not sure if they're in qualifying or actually in the race right now. Okay, they're in the race, so we're gonna join it and see what's going on. We may have missed some of the action. So we'll pick it up from where it's at. Yep, they are 3 laps in. It's a 100-lap race. I got some food here, so if you hear me slurping, that's what's happening. One thing wish we could do is set up for there to be a broadcast. Well, we come in to somebody in the pits already. Looks like Freedom Flyer. There's the main pack. We've got, let's see. No, I can't tell. Alright, 18 to 22, the 8s and 4ths, 7, 21, 61, 6. 8 or 9 car pack for the lead. There must have been something happen at the beginning to knock those other guys back into the pits. Well, Freedom Flyer coming out of the pits here. I believe that's Pepsi in the lead in the 18. Gotta get my reference sheet out, my cheat sheet. Looks like they're lined up. For the most part, single file. Draven pulls out to the outside. He's got one car that went with him, and then they bailed on him. And I think one key to the outside line is commitment. When I have seen it worked, it didn't happen in the first turn. Oof. A little contact there. Got the 8, and I believe that's the 9 up high. Alright, we got a 3-car group on the outside. Ooh. They need to... Oh, contact. Big crash in the back. I've been talking, and I don't know if you've heard me, because my mic was halfway between on and mute. So looks like Draven's getting hung out to dry here. One thing with the new package they have in this game is the draft is a lot stronger, so when you fall back you can get pretty big runs. 21 keeps trying the outside. And that's, I believe that's a result of the big runs I was talking about. When you're in the back there, you just, you know, going almost 10 miles an hour faster than the pack. So, Draven pulls out here. Looks like everybody's just tucked in line, riding it out. Uh-oh. That's one thing you can tell already from this game is when there's slight contact, it's not absolutely catastrophic like it was in Heat 3. Oh, we got a couple cars pulling up high. They didn't go anywhere. Like I was saying though, if you make slight contact, it's not absolutely catastrophic in this game. Sometimes it will send you to the wall. But I've seen these guys already kind of beat and bang, and everybody's okay. So let's see if I can figure out who's where on this. The 18, the 2, Son of the South in second, Frazier in third, a Marksman there in fourth, 21, Dalton P in fifth, TB14 Racing in 6th, and Draven in 7th, right? Am I getting that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-car pack. Marksman gets pushed out of line. Draven closes the door on him. Somebody else got moved out of line there. Ooh, it's getting dicey. Ooh, are they 3 wide? Almost. See, they're going to get a huge run on this pack. Let's see what they do with it when they get there. If they stay in line or if they try to do something with it. Front 4 are the same. Don't know how many laps are left in this stage. I believe it was a 30-lap stage. And coming up on a back marker. Looks like Marksman might not have caught up enough to keep the draft. That's unfortunate. Coming up on the 13. That is Rooster Gang 12. And I don't know who's in parties together in this, but sometimes the communication can really help in a situation where they're running single file and you want to make a move so you don't get hung out to dry. A lot of people are timid to pull out because pull out by yourself, you're not going anywhere. If you've got a group, sometimes you can get a coordinated effort and that can really make a difference. Also, if you watch how they snake around down the straightaway, that's fine when you're running single file like this, but if you're running 2x2, the line that stays the straightest and most in line is going to get more help out of the draft. Because as they're snaking back and forth, they're falling in and out of the draft, so they're not maximizing the efficiency of it. But as everybody knows, when you're following in line, there's people checking up. There's a guy 2 or 3 cars ahead of you will wiggle, and it'll make the guy in front of you wiggle, which then you have to react to. So a lot of it's chain reaction related. But if you want to make a push, inside or outside, being the most lined up possible is where you're gonna get your best push. A lot of times during the middle of the run, you don't see a lot of guys taking risk. They're just going to kind of line up and ride around. This pack is bookended right now by 2 drivers that made the Final 4 in the Cup Series last year. Pepsi in the lead, Draven in the back of this pack. I have a feeling when we get close to the end of the stage, you know, 1 or 2 laps to go, you're going to see these guys fan out. That's when you can really make some big moves. I'm going to check to see if I can find out what lap we are actually on. Let's see if we can see if there's anybody, any other groups formed. I want to stay in the front though for towards the end of the stage. Freedom Flyer. Looks like they're catching up to them. Okay, we got about a 5-car pack back here. I don't know what positions these guys are in, or if they're even on the same lap or not. We got the 9, the 1, 7. Rooster Gang's in the pits. The 11 and the 20. Back up to the front pack. Draven's back. Something happened. Sorry I missed that, guys. The front pack went from a 7-car pack now to, it looks like about to be a 5-car pack, as they lap the 00. He pulled down in front of Draven. Which normally is not the best move. If you're getting lapped, you wanna let the leaders get by you. You don't want to hold up people that are racing for position. Sometimes at a a plate track like this, if you're a lapped car, you can be in the pack and help people, by pushing them or whatever. The main thing is just be courteous to the guys racing for position. And are they coming into the pits? Okay, maybe that's why everybody's breaking up. It's like there's a little squirreliness going in there. So I wonder if these guys have pitted yet. Because if so, they're lined up and maybe making up some ground. We'll watch the leaders, see if they're coming in. The 00's K-Bart. He may be may have partied up with Draven. They may have timed that pit stop together. And that's why he pulled in line. Because here, as you see, you want to pit as a group. So when you come out of the pits, you're not driving around by yourself. So the leaders are in. Now we're going to see... There's this 5-car pack. Let's find... There's Draven and K-Bart. We'll see how they stack up against the leaders when the leaders come out of the pits. Because they were at the tail end of that lead pack. And we'll see if they... You know, one, pit strategy is going to play a part, but two, whether or not they get around the track fast enough. You see the lead pack there. Looks like they played it just right. They're going to pass the leaders, and where Pepsi was in the lead during the pit stops, K-Bart is now leading, being pushed by Draven. So, this is one fun thing about plate tracks, you know. You may be driving in a line for a while, but strategy really does play a big role in teamwork. And you're seeing that paying off well for K-Bart and Draven there. They are ahead. Uh-oh. We got a bunch of people pitting here. Looks like there was some mistakes possibly made. Pepsi's kind of solo. He's catching up to... couldn't quite tell who that was. Since the new season, people are all driving different cars, and I'm not sure who's in what car yet. Looks like Draven and K-Bart are going to check out to end the stage here. Yeah, Pepsi's got a little bit of help. You can see the leaders going into 3 up there. Don't know how many laps are left in this stage and whether they have enough time to, you know, if they got in a higher number card pack, you know, the leaders are 2. If they got 5 cars going, they'll make up ground, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make up that much ground. I don't know who that lap car was. See, now they've got a 5-car pack going. They're going to catch some back markers. That could help or hurt. They can catch some draft on the back markers and speed themselves up. But if the back markers get in the way, then it's going to slow them down some. So they've got quite a bit of ground to make up. I wish I knew how many laps were left to see if they even had a chance to catch these 2. I'd also like to see lap times so I could see how much faster each lap this group here is than this group. Because just by the sheer number of cars, they're going to be faster. Can't even see the second group when watching these guys. They are going through the tri-oval. Now they are going through the tri-oval. Let's see if we can see the gap here. You see them just going off the screen there, that front pack. Still can't see the backpack off of their screen. There they come. That logo is in a terrible place. So unless they've got a lot of laps, I don't know if that back group is going to catch them. I'd say let's see, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, 1,000, 5 or 6 second gap. And I couldn't tell you, you know, without a clock, how much faster per lap that bigger pack is going. Definitely gaining some. See them coming in the screen a lot sooner there. They've made up quite a bit of ground. You'll see them come in the screen here now, where they haven't been coming into the screen when I was watching these guys. This is where I'd really like to know how many laps are left. I hear the crowd clapping on the front stretch. I don't know if that indicates it's close to the end of the stage. This is what I was talking about. I think Kmart, the 00 car, is a lap down, but he's helping Draven because I believe they're in a party together. This is where a lap car can actually help instead of hinder, where he's participating in the draft. It's really helping Draven out quite a bit here. That backpack is definitely making up ground on him. Can't tell how many laps are left. If it goes much longer, that back group may actually catch them. You can see the difference multi-car draft makes over just a two-car draft. And then you can even see when a single car is on the track how much faster just two cars are, because they've been lapping people as they've been going along. Trying to see how many laps they have left, and I don't know. I believe there may be 3 laps left here, which would be very close on that big pack. They're right there. They may, if they get a sniff of the draft of these two cars up here, they're going to be able to catch them. Something happened here. I don't know if that's the end of the stage. It's got to be the end of the stage. That was pretty close. They almost got to them. So, if I'm correct, Draven's going to win the stage here. Pepsi in second. Let me get my cheat sheet out. To Son of the South looks like maybe third. And I don't know if any of these cars may be a lap down. 61, Fraser in fourth. Looks like 22, that's TB14 Racing in fifth there. I don't know what order these other cars are in, because there's no leaderboard listed, obviously, on the broadcast view here. So I'm guessing Freedom Flyer got the pole to start off with. somebody got a free pass, I'm assuming, or a lucky dog. So somebody that was a lap down is now on the lead lap. Don't know who that would be either. And here we go. Turn 1 is going to be sketchy. These cars like to wiggle a lot. You see that? I think it has to do with the downforce model they use. See all the movement. I don't think the cars are stuck to the road very well at lower speeds, which causes them to just... Oh, big accident. That was Dalton. Whether or not that's caution, you don't know in this game. Looks to me like that might be a caution. Don't know what happened there, but there's some people with damage for sure. Looked like the 21 got real loose, and looked like in this game there's an overcorrection. Like if you go sideways and you turn like to the right to correct it, if you do it just a hair too much, it will shoot you back to the outside wall instead of just straightening your car up. That looked like that might have happened to the 21 there, and he collected at least Pepsi and a couple of other cars. Cue the instant replay. If I could do it, I would, but I don't know. Alright, we're going to cycle up to the front here. Get a little closer view of what's going on up there with them guys. Let's see if we can get through 1 and 2 with all the wiggliness without there being another incident. I hear contact. See that wiggliness? Woo! All kinds of stuff going on back there. So, looks like everybody tried to fight to get to the bottom. The high line didn't get going anywhere. As of right now, we're in a pretty decent pack. I think everybody's kept up with the lead draft. 7 hanging out up high. I mean, if I was in the back, I'd try to run that high side with that guy. You're gonna better your position at, you know, at least. Worst thing that can happen is you end up back to back. Oh! Oh! I don't know who that was, but they lost it. The 2 car going out. Looks like the car that lost it got back in the draft, back in the back of the pack. Here we go. We got a high line going. Is that Pepsi leading the charge on the outside? You know, they got 2 cars. If there would be some people to join them, it might be competitive up there. Looks like he's holding his own with just 2 cars at the moment. They're not dropping like a rock. One thing I've noticed is the side draft. You know, if you squeeze the inside line from the outside line, it almost slows down the outside line. Can't say for certain, but it seems that way to me. And Pepsi's hung out to dry here. They all fall back single file. Freedom Flyer, and I don't know exactly who that was. They were trying to get together. It's like Freedom Flyer keeps trying it. I don't blame him. Oh, you got some action in the front there. Uh-oh, boom. There was some contact, serious contact. Got cars spinning. Doesn't look like there was a caution for that. It's gonna break the field up a little bit. See, that was Dalton P. He's been in a couple incidents this stage. The key at a plate track is consistency. You want to be smooth. Oh, Pepsi. Is that Pepsi leading the charge? No. One car pulls out. You got the 2 and the 18. Wow, they were 3 wide in the back. See, there's a big run on the high line. Now, let's see if they stay committed, because if they do, they might actually get a run, because they outnumber the inside line at the moment. It's not going to happen in one turn, but it may happen on the back stretch if they keep this up. But they did not commit. See, they fell back in line there. If you're wondering, I'm eating chicken flavored ramen noodles. There goes a highline move. Looks like they're carrying some momentum. And they made a pass so far. It's the 2 car. He left his buddies hanging that were helping him on the outside, but he made the move to the lead. It just goes to show that something can be done on the outside if you time it right and do it just right. Sun in the South is now leading. This is what I like to see, is side-by-side racing. I think that's what a lot of the fans of NASCAR like to see. Oh, somebody touched the wall. I heard it. I'm guessing since they pitted about halfway through stage 1 that at some point here soon we're going to see people coming in for the pits. That'll break the rest of this pack up here somewhat. And that's where you see who's, you know, working together a lot of time, because they'll plan that together. Oh, somebody's pulling out. Looks like Draven maybe pulled to the outside. He's got help by the 22, it looks like. Nope, didn't work for him. They didn't have enough help. Draven's trying it again. I think I don't blame him. When you're in the back, you're not going to lose a lot by trying. You just end up back in the back again. You know, back of the pack. But if you happen to catch the run right, time it right, and get the right kind of help, it could advance your position. A little bit of a shake-up here. We've got Sun in the South, and then Pepsi, and I believe that's Marksman in third. Freight, no. I'm not correct on who's in third. No, I am. It is Marksman. Frazier in fourth, Draven in fifth, and TB14 Racing in sixth there. And drop back and see what's going on behind them. You got K-Bart and Freedom Flyer hooked up. Looks like they're catching, I believe that's Lloyd. Yeah. catching MT Lloyd, who got into the wall a little bit earlier. Behind them, you got Shine Runner, and I want to say that's Rooster Gang 12 working together. The 9 car of Static, kind of running by his lonesome there. Got this 3 car pack. Jay Carver in the back. The 1 car is Steve-O, and the 20 of Kronk's Fight Milk. They're lined up and running. They've got a pack in front of them. That may be the leaders coming out of the pits. Let's see. Let's check the leader pack here. Nope, they're all still together. So you've got this 3 car pack. We got the pack 6 car leader pack. And that's the same 3 car. Looks like Lloyd's pitting, so here comes some pit stops here soon. That 2 car pack. If I didn't miss this lead pack pitting, then they're probably going to start breaking off and pitting here soon. We got some people making some moves. Coming up on Lloyd's coming out of the pits, so they need to be wary of that. Look like they're catching up to one of the other packs. Maybe that's Static. Yep, they're catching up to Static. Lloyd almost timed that right. He almost came out in time to catch that lead pack's draft. Would have helped him, you know, make up some ground that he lost. It's interesting to see different strategies at these tracks. You know, when do you pit early? Do you pit later? 2 tires, 4 tires? You know, what adjustments that are available? Which ones you actually use? Oh man. Hopefully that doesn't knock them out of the draft to this lead pack here. I didn't get around him. By the way he was driving around, he might have damage and may not be able to keep pace, so I don't know if tucking behind him was a good move. Let's see. Looks like they're catching him. And they got one heck of a run. Man, that logo's in the wrong spot. Well, then we got a 6 car lead pack and 1 lap car in it. Let's see if he plays a factor at all later. There's this 2 car pack. Here's this 3 car pack. I was wanting to see. Well, now it's a 4 car pack. Oh, they just caught Lloyd. So. I don't know if that's a signal that he's pitting or if they're just really jockeying that hard. Let's see. Yep, he's pitting. Oh, we got an accident. There's a little bit of contact there. They all managed to make it in. Let's see what strategies are played out here. See what order they come out. It looks like Marksman got into the pits faster than everybody. Hopefully he didn't get a speeding penalty. Contact by the AI. They got a damn pile up in pit lane. And I don't know how it is in this game if the AI makes contact, if that gives your car actual damage that registers once you take control of it like it did in Heat 3. If it does, that's unfortunate for all of the guys that just got involved in that. Pepsi got away. It looks like he maybe only took fuel. Draven may be fixing damage from the contact that was made. Possibly he took 4 tires, full fuel. There's definitely some different strategies played. Now here's that second pack that's been working together. They're catching some of these leaders here. Oh, I switched there just in time to see that contact. So this is interesting. We got this group. Marksman in the back a bit. It's got a lap car in it. And behind them, well, there's Frazier, and he's driving around by himself. Don't know what position he's in. K-Bart's by himself. Kronk's got by himself. Dalton. Sun and South, who was leading at the pit stop, is not leading now, I can tell you that. Him and Draven have hooked up, but they're on the tail end of what was the lead pack at the beginning of the pits. Now that second group was following them before the pits happened, and now they're way out in front. Now I don't know if they've all pitted or not, this group here. I know Lloyd is pitted. Here comes the rest of those guys. A little squirrely there. There may have been a couple of speeding penalties. That may be why we're separated so much here. There's Pepsi. And he's kind of by himself. Can't tell who's in front of him and whether or not the car in front of him is a lap car or if that's the leader. I know these guys were in the lead pack, so we got a 3-car pack and then a 3-car pack. This is where the little nuances really matter. See, Draven's car's got damage on it, and it has to be from that accident in the pits. That's terrible that the AI can do that. Alright, here's the guys coming out of the pits. There goes Pepsi and Steve-O. Not sure if Steve-O is in contention. Oh, yeah, he is. I don't know who's in front of Pepsi. Kronk's Fight Milk. I don't know if he's on the lead lap or not. But Pepsi caught up to him. So they are going through the trioval. And Frazier is... guessing that's 1 and 2. I'm going to find out here in a second. No, that's the back stretch. Yeah, so that was 1 and 2. So I don't know if Frazier's in front of them. Because if he is, he's way out in front. He pulled some move in the pits. Or maybe he's the only car that didn't get damage that they had to ultimately fix. There's K-Bart. So we got this 2-car pack. I'm going to assume Frazier's in the lead. Got Pepsi and Kronk chasing him. They've got a lot of ground to make up. We got this mass of cars. And I want to say all of these guys are fighting for position. Freedom Flyer I'm not sure of, because I know he was in the back earlier, but I don't know if he ever got lapped. you can see Draven's car's got damage, which I'm gonna guess came from the pit road incident. I'm gonna tell you is, you know, a driver, when the AI causes you to have damage that you either have to fix, or it's happened to me where, you know, it happened coming out of the pit, so I didn't have a chance to fix it. That is very frustrating. Because it's of no fault of your own that now your race is hindered, you know. Now visually he's got damage. I can't tell you that, you know, whether his car had damage he had to fix or if it's affecting him. Well, Lloyd's squeezing a little bit there. So the apron didn't take everybody out, which is good for this game, but it does tend to push you back up onto the track. Luckily nobody was, you know, put in the wall too hard. Everybody came out of that. Looks like Draven caught the hard end of that just because he was up running the high line. He had to check up. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, that was the end of the stage. Okay. So, I wish I could tell you who won that stage. I'm gonna say it was Frazier, but that's just a guess. 'Cause he's all by himself. Pulled some magic in the pits. Looks like Pepsi was reining him in. There wasn't enough laps for it. Okay. So I guess Freedom Fire was fighting for position there. And let's see who... Frazier did win that stage. So here goes the beginning of stage 3. Oop, already some contact in the back. Man, that is nice and wiggly. This, look at that. Ooh, somebody's in the wall. I wonder if that'll be a caution. That first lap, man, is sketchy. You really got to give people a lot of room. Marksman pushing the inside line there. So I didn't see it. Looks like the... Oh, I heard contact. Didn't see it, but I heard somebody make contact. Frazier, K-Bart, Pepsi, Marksman, 21, not sure, Dalton. That's who I'm focused on. And then Draven. TB14 Racing. Following up that lead pack. Somebody's chasing him down. I can't tell exactly who that is yet. But it looks like they've got the draft. Because maybe they won't lose it. And then behind them is a 3-car pack. Dalton stepped out of line. So they're gonna go right under him. This is stage 3, so this is where your moves really matter. You know, one thing you don't want to do is make a mistake and get sent to the back now. But you also want to take advantage of anybody else's mistake and kind of advance your position as you're moving forward. Looks like three veterans. Dalton, I believe, was in the Truck Series last year. Forgive me for not knowing all the people and where they were at last year. Draven. This is the second season he's in Cup. So, who's that behind him? Is that TV14 Racing? I want to say, if I'm right in assuming a detail about him, that he was in the Xfinity Series last year. And Marksman. I'm not sure if he was in trucks or not last year. A lot of veterans in the front. Don't know how long this stage is. I'm gonna assume it's a lot longer than the first two stages were. With that said, I am going to take a commercial break. Alright, I'm back. Apparently I missed some action. Don't know what happened. Apparently there was a caution though. Alright, so we're back green. Frazier's leading it, Draven in second, TB14 in third. 21, Freedom Flyer. Looks like they broke up. They got 2 packs going already. Alright. I wish I would have seen what happened. Hate to see a caution in stage 3. That logo's in a terrible position there. I'm gonna say that every time because I want to see what's going on. That logo covers it up. Oh, I hear contact. Yep, there's a car spinning. Not sure who and all was involved with that. No caution, it doesn't look like. Ooh, Lloyd puts 21 in the grass. So this is shaping up to be fairly interesting. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 car lead pack, and then 5 or 6 car second pack. If these guys will work together, there's a possibility they could catch up. Slight, but there is a possibility. But they aren't really staying lined up. Something happened up here. This pack broke up. Looks like Lloyd got shuffled to the back. K-Bart, who was up in the front 3, is now falling back. This gives that second pack actually a chance, because they can start pulling the draft of these cars that have fallen back. Kronk's fighting Milk. He must have been the one that spun out earlier. So now we're down to 6 in the front pack, then a pack of 2. One thing that caution's going to do is change the dynamics of the strategy that plays out. You know, had it went green, you know, everybody would kind of be pitting around the same time, but now that there's been a caution, you don't know. People may have taken tires and fuel, and now they may all be on different timing as far as their strategies go. So we'll see how that plays out. Key here for these front guys is, you know, make as least amount of mistakes as possible so you can stay with this group and be there in the end. That's why you see them running single file here. They're probably just happy to stay where they are for now and click off some laps. Oh, Frazier went up. It looks like Draven stuck his nose in there for a second and got out of it. There's a little bit of a checkup there. We gotta move. Draven to the high side. Can't tell if the 22's going with him or not. Looks like he's not going to. Uh-oh. Somebody pulled up there with him and the logo's in the way. Again. Oh, we got a... Oh! A little bit of contact. Looks like everybody survived it. And they're spreading out here. It's one place where I think you could make up some ground. Is if somebody in the front pulls up high and you're in the back, if you could draft up to them, you may advance your spot. Like I said, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to fall back to the back. Unless you get doored. That's really the worst thing that can happen. And that happens sometimes if you're on the high side. There's some people that have been in the pits that are coming out. I don't know if that's strategy or if they had damage. Man, that logo. So Draven got an excellent run from being so far back. He advanced his position even. If he had had a little bit of help, they might be in contention on the high side. He did make up one spot there. So using the high line, he made up a spot. That's one thing you didn't see in NASCAR Heat 3. If you went to the high side, you went to the back every time, no matter what. Oh, 22 got a little squirrely. Looks like Pepsi's going to capitalize. Draven's pulling off to the pits. And he's doing it solo. See if that pays off. Oh, we had some contact. It's an interesting strategy from the 8 car. If the time's right, he should come out with either this group or the second group, but it'll be interesting to see. It's pretty risky chance to pit by yourself at one of these tracks. So 22. Oh. Looks like he might have been speeding. We'll see. Back to the main pack and see where Draven came out in relation to them. Okay. Looks like him and K-Bart are working together again. That worked out well for them in stage 1, I believe. Got a few more in the pits here. So Draven was in the same pack as the 22 and pit a lap before him, and it looks like he's going to be way out in front of the 22. 22 messed up and got up on the track when he's not supposed to. Contact. Oh, big checkup. That really really had a negative effect on the lead pack there. Pepsi to the pits. Looks like he's going by himself. One other car. Ooh, big wreck. Frazier. I don't know if that was lag or if that was he wrecked into the pits. We'll see on how long he's in the pits. If he got a speeding penalty, which it looked like he did, Pepsi will come out way before him. So let's watch and see where Draven, who pit by himself as these pits started, ends up in relation to where that lead pack is when they come out of the pits. It'll depend on a lot of factors. One of the main ones is on what will Pepsi and that lead pack do in the pits. There's Frazier, so he's going to get past for sure. Looks like the lead pack, they're going to be close. The lead pack's not lined up yet. So Pepsi and Marksman, so I'm guessing that means Marksman's leading this race at the moment. Interesting tactic. I don't know if Pepsi was backing up to pick up that third car so they'd have a 3-car draft. Or if he had problems there. So we got a 3-car pack up in the front. I don't know if Kronk's Fight Milk, the 20-car, is battling for position or if he's a lap car. It's a 3-car pack versus a 3-car pack. This is where how tightly you're lined up. Like, these guys are lined up pretty well. The pack that stays lined up and runs the quickest line here, either the front pack will pull away or this back pack will start to catch up to them. And it really is going to, this is where the driver's skill at a plate track is really going to play a big role. See, these guys are pretty tightly lined up here. And that third car, you know, the 21 in this pack, really makes a big difference on how tightly they're pulled up to the rear end of the second car, and also how in line they are. You know, the draft knocks you back and forth. That's why they weave a little bit. But the more you can keep your nose right in line with the rear end of the car in front of you, you're going to get maximum draft. A little bit of contact there, but that happens. Are they catching them? I don't know. It's close. They had a little draft help following the 1 there. So it'll be interesting to see if this 1 pulls in line with these cars. We'll have a 4-car pack in front. Be a lot harder for that 3-car pack to catch up. This is where, you know, lap cars do play a big role sometimes in how these races play out down the stretch. And one thing I don't know is if they need to pit again, or if that was the last round of pit stops. If I had to guess, it looks like this pack, at the least, is staying even with the front pack. I think they may be catching them a little bit. There's the logo. It's gonna be really close. I don't know how many laps are left and whether it's feasible these packs can, you know, the backpack can catch up or not. It's making it interesting, that's for sure. One thing that will allow that backpack to catch is if these guys keep jockeying around. Doesn't hurt if they switch. They switch positions pretty quickly there. That doesn't hurt too much. But if they really wanted to pull away as a 4-car pack from that second group, just staying lined up for right now would benefit them. Looks like they are pulling away right now. Still pretty close. That particular view. Oh! Is this a caution? Oh, wow. Now that changes things. Who was involved in that? Looked like the 7 car and the 13 possibly. They were the ones spinning down the backstretch. So all that I was talking about, throw it out the window. Now it comes down to whether or not there was going to be more pit stops. You know, whether guys feel like they need to take tires. These guys that have damage are definitely going to have to pit. If you can make it to the end and you feel confident and you can drive it on the tires it's on, you know, it's going to help you stay in the front. We will see. That first lap is so sketchy. You can see these cars just moving everywhere. Uh-oh, Shine Runner got into somebody. Got an accident in the back. Ooh, was that Pepsi? A lot of contact mid-pack. Ooh, I don't know who that was, but they took off towards the infield. Maybe that was Frazier. Eight car making a move to the high side. He pulls back in line. Now they're 3 wide going into turn 1. Ooh. Nobody's giving any room. They all survived. Contact. Cars around in the back and the logo's in the way, so I can't see it. Whether or not that's a caution, doesn't look like it's gonna be. Ooh. Yep, yeah it is. That's what they say, cautions breed cautions. Not sure exactly who that was. Frazier was one of the cars that shut off earlier. Just got Rooster Gang. Static involved in something. Steve Ho. Shine Runner. Oh, was that the end of the race? Well then. I guess that was overtime. Well, I don't know who won. I think it was Pepsi. but I don't know the rest of the order after that. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You guys have a good one.